What is going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome back again for another season. So we'll talk about this Bulls win right after this.
Get the lowdown on one of the most iconic basketball teams in the world. You're listening to Chicago Bulls Nation.
All right, Bulls Nation. Man, that was quite a game. I love that game, man. So we didn't know what to expect because Zach LaVine is injured or knee management. I don't even know what that means. How are you going to manage his knee? He hasn't even played a regular season game yet. And he's doubtful for Friday as well. But regardless, you know what, we're talking about the Bulls' depth on the guard. Like, we have so many guards. It seems coming in handy right now because we are playing 3-guard rotation. And I understand that would not work in every situation, especially for a team with like a bigger power forward. Because down the stretch, I think Billy Donovan is just tired of Patrick Williams. He took him out and replaced him with Goran Dragic. And we're kind of small, and we have, DeMar at the 4, which would work against the Heat because they're a smaller team as well. But moving forward, like some teams, like most of the team you can get away with this, but there are Milwaukee, the 76ers, maybe even Boston, who you couldn't get away with this. So enjoy it while it lasts. But we still need to address that 4 spot, in my opinion. And but let's talk about the positives and the negatives of this game. Obviously, it's a tale of two halves. The Bulls can't hit a 3-pointer on the first half. They just couldn't. But you could see the emphasis because Billy Donovan was trying to hit that 3-pointer. Like, he gave those guys a green light, especially Kobe White. And I gotta give it to the coaching staff and Billy. They stuck with Kobe because I was screaming my lungs off when Kobe keeps on taking those threes and missing them in the first half. I mean, it paid off in the second half. He kind of got his groove on. I mean, the entire Bulls got their groove on in the second half. But speaking of those 2 pickups, Goran Dragic, and I suggested this last year, somebody like Goran Dragic or George Hill, I would really prefer Goran more. He's more seasoned veteran. Boy, he provided some good leadership out there. And not only that, I know his offense is going to be good. Decision making, something that maybe Io or Caruso is lacking. But certainly his outside shooting. I mean, he was 4 for 4 at one point. He's been hitting 3-pointers, and we know that Goran is capable of doing that. You age, maybe you lose some quickness, but he still has the touch. With that being said, man, he brings stability. And I love it when you mix him up with, because Io's a pretty big guard, he's lengthy, so he can play the 2, sometimes the 3. We're playing small ball for the most part, and Caruso is so tough defensively that you can slide him all over the place. This 3-guard rotation, again, on some nights you could get away with it. But especially now that Zach is injured and you don't know what's happening. It's nice to have that luxury to run that guard rotation because even with an injured Zach, we still have Caruso, Io, Kobe, and Goran. So that's a good luxury right there. If we can only solve the 4, and I don't know, Javonte. To be quite honest, Javonte was more productive tonight than my boy Patrick Williams. I don't know what we're gonna do with the guy though. You can't pick, even if you don't want him anymore, you can't trade him. Like your 4th pick, you can't trade him looking like this. You're not gonna get anything in return. Nothing. So I mean, I don't know. But DeMar, talk about DeMar. Man, before DeMar, he's the main event here. Let's talk about Vooch. 17 rebounds? My God, the guy is a rebounding machine. He's not as aggressive as he was in the preseason, and that's expected, I suppose. But I want him to be. I want him to be the second option to DeMar when Zach is not around. I want him to go down low, especially when a team like Miami, who's in the shorter end. I want him to be aggressive, also defensively. Like the getting blocks, and he was to be fair. But even at that, I love what I saw from Vooch. I still would like to see the Vooch from preseason, where he just goes in the block. But at the same time, some guys, especially our guards, take so long to give him the ball down there. And when he gets it, he gets this awkward hook shot or whatever it is that he does. But, it's the first game. I'm not going to, crucify our team for that. But in the first half, it was evident we needed shooting. It picked up on the second half, but the shooting doesn't really bother me as much. The ability to guard the three-pointer kind of killed us on the first half, though, because we were still scoring on the first half even without shooting the three-pointer. It's defending it. We're getting cross-matched, people biting on pump fake, so therefore everyone's scrambling. But they kind of solved it. I just want us to be a better defensive team than what we're showing. I think we do that. We have enough firepower on offense to match up with anyone. As long as you have DeMar and Vooch. Vooch can score, man. Vooch is an all-star. And you got Zach LaVine. If we can work as a unit on defense, just be in a string where everyone can help out, no one's biting on a pump fake, I think we'll be all right. And this shows. Miami was... I never put a lot of stock with Miami, but let's be honest, they're a good regular season team, and this is a good test, first early test for the Bulls. They matched up well. I said it before. The only team in the East that I'm really concerned about are Philadelphia and Milwaukee. Those two. I think we can take Boston, honestly. I think we have the staff. We have the players to take on Boston. But we take care of our defense, it'll get better. But I'm excited, especially DeMar. Everyone who doubted the guy, he said he's one of the most overrated players ever. Man, this guy is going to be on a tear again. This guy is, 29 points in the second half? It's crazy what this guy does on both ends of the floor. Defensively, he can, is a bit, but he more than makes it up on offense. You give him the ball, you get out of the way, he'll make things happen. So I'm excited for this season. Can't wait for the next game. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this game. Are you happy with the result? Of course you are. What did you like? What did what is the main concern for you moving forward? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you're a Bulls fan, and I'll see you guys in the next video.